Hey everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Here to do a video after many days. It's been a little bit of a challenge for me lately. Just trying to keep going like everyone else, right? And I go through this, and you're going to go through this journey of taking breaks. And you really need them sometimes. And I know I do. But I want to talk about puzzle pieces of your life today, especially the collective. It's amazing what Spirit does when you start to awaken, and you're going to start remembering things from childhood, from things that people have said to you, things that have happened, memories. I mean, you'll start thinking of specific conversations with your friends, your family, strangers, people that you've never met, that come up to you out of the blue and say something. Things that people have given to you as gifts, as surprises. I mean, there's so many different layers to this Great Awakening journey. And by the way, guys, like I've said before, this journey has been about 11 years for me that I've been awakened or have gone through my awakening, but I know it's been my whole life. I didn't realize it was happening, but it's been my whole life. But I heard something the other day. It's like there's so many things to learn, there's so many things to be aware of, and you have these aha moments of just little words or conversations. And I talk about spelling class, right? I've talked about spell work and why you went to spelling class. Because your words are powerful and you got to be careful what you say. But just the word awakening, guys. I heard this the other day on someone else's channel, so I'm giving credit to them. It wasn't even someone I normally follow. It was just a video that I was watching, and they said the word awake in awakening. And I don't know why I never even put this together, but awake. What do you do when you go to someone's funeral? You go to awake. The Great Awakening. But I'm like, hello. But that's what we're seeing right now. It's like we're going to a big wake, guys. Everything out there is, it's coming to an end in a lot of ways. It's the death of old systems. It's the ending for bigger systems, for the old guard. Cute. Well, 17th letter. One of the phrases in the Q posts, oops, it talks about the old guard. And I'm trying to think, gosh, there's so many posts. But I'm trying to think of the post. Something about the transition, right? But the old guard is coming down. And the new is coming forward. The new guard. The light. But I wanted to make you aware of this because words have so many different, have multiple meanings, multiple definitions, but awake in the Great Awakening. The endings of so many things. And I know another phrase in the 17th letter is the ending won't be for everyone. And I take this as so many can see, but so many can't. So many are not being able to see through the veil, because the veil is very thin right now. And if you are connected, if you have a spiritual connection, Spirit is showing you what's happening. Spirit is showing you the details, because the devil is in the details, and the details are being exposed. And the devil is very crafty. Very crafty. The word craft, right? Black magic, spell work. But anyways, so the puzzle pieces in my journey, it's like my mind is constantly going. It never stops. Like I spend so much time evaluating my life, looking at the details of my life, the people that were in it, the people that are still in it. And I'm constantly going over and over the happenings around me and through my life, and what everything meant at the time it happened, now what is coming together as a big puzzle. And I remember there was a specific moment of my awakening where it was just like everything just came together like a big puzzle. I focused so much for so long on the news, on the media, politics, the weather, spirituality. So many different areas, so many different parts of the whole, and what everything meant, and how it all came together to a bigger meaning, to a bigger purpose, to understand how God was working the whole time through my life, through others' lives as well, trying to awaken everyone for this time that we are in, through this ascension journey. Because the more information that you are aware of, the more your puzzle will come together. The pieces will fit exactly as they're supposed to. You will have little pieces missing here and there. But the more you investigate, the more you think for yourself, the more information you look up and that you pay attention to, and understand that you are part of the puzzle, not just in your own lives, as a whole. Everyone. The public, the people. We the people. We have been deceived in so many ways, lied to, controlled, in ways that you can't even imagine. But the puzzle pieces are coming together to see the bigger picture. And on your own journeys, you're going to see that puzzle come together. Slowly, but surely. And here and there, you're going to have aha moments. Something is going to trigger a memory. Something is going to trigger a conversation or a memory of a conversation that you had with someone. And you might not have understood what it meant at the time, but the more your puzzle comes together, you're going to realize that you were meant to hear it. You were meant to see it. You were meant to be at that specific moment for a reason. And God will give you aha moments to remember. And you're going to be like, oh, wow, that's why that happened. That's why I was there. And here's an example, guys. This could be a whole other video, but I'm just dropping this here little nugget for you to investigate on your own. So, I remember when I walked in, this was when I was younger, quite a bit younger. I don't even remember what year it was. I remember walking in and hearing that they had cloned the first sheep on the news. Came over the television, and I believe her name was Dolly. I might be wrong on that. But I remember hearing this on the news. And at the time I was like, oh wow. And totally forgot about it, pretty much most of my life. And then I started learning about cloning. And I didn't believe it, didn't believe it at first, but that memory was always in the back of my mind about hearing about, I'm pretty sure her name was Dolly the sheep. And I started thinking to myself, if they can clone a sheep, they can clone anything. The more I investigate it, guys. Yeah. There's a lot of information out there that has been hidden about cloning. And guess what, guys? Clones are not created by source, by spirit. So they have no soul. They are soulless beings. And you'd be amazed on how many there are. So you might want to investigate this on your own. But cloning is very real. But my point being is that when I was investigating this subject, I had always remembered walking in to see that on the news that day. And I kept going back to it. Remembering that day. And like I said, there's a reason why I was meant to see that on the news, that specific time period in my life. It was to help me understand that cloning is real and to believe that it is real and that it's the truth. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the puzzle pieces of your life. There are no coincidences, ever. Whatever happens to you, whatever you see, what is shown to you in your life, conversations that you've had, things that people have said to you, experiences that you've lived and have had in the past. Could be anything in your lives. They're not a coincidence. Things happen to you for a reason, to help you awaken down the road or presently, past or present. And everything that has been happening through this journey, through this Great Awakening journey, you're being shown information and remembering information for a reason. Okay, and everything that everyone's created through their lives. Okay, because we reap what we sow. The law of cause and effect. Energy that is sent out comes back with a boomerang. It comes back with more force. It like swings back. Kind of like that pendulum, right? But things that you've done, things that others have done, you're going to remember these instances and why they came about in your life, why they were shown to you at that time. And the more you are in hermit mode, the more you are alone, the more you are at peace, the more your nervous system is under control, the more you stay out of fear, the more you think for yourself, the more you stay grounded, and the more in control of your body that you are, to where you don't let others control you, the more you are going to understand, the more you are going to awaken. Because you receive information from Spirit. When you are not only in control of your body, but when you are connected with your higher self, when you are connected with Spirit, when you have that divine connection, when you have a connection not only in the spiritual realm, but you have a balance of both worlds. Spiritual realm, this realm down here. Many times I've said you have to overstand, understand, okay? Because everything is balance. You have to balance your energy. If you are stressed out, if you are fearing everything that is happening around you, you are going to create that world. You are going to create that fear in your lives because you will be a magnet. Your thoughts are going to start manifesting. And you will become a magnet to that information and to those feelings and to those energies. Okay, that's why it's so important to stay out of fear in this process as much as possible. But when you can balance your nervous system and just be the observer, stay the observer. Look at everything happening around you, but don't take it all in and become it. Okay, don't internalize it. But the more at peace you are, the more you are looking for answers, the more you investigate things on your own, the more you ask Spirit to show you the truth no matter what the cost. The more you pay attention, because you're paying attention, your energy, you're paying attention to what is happening, okay? The more you ask Spirit for answers and help through your free will, the more the puzzle pieces will come together in your lives, and you will start to be shown who should be in your life, who shouldn't, with the mask people wear, because it's the spirit behind the mask, guys. People can be one way to your face, and their spirit is something else. Okay? And you will be shown. And hang on, because when you start asking for answers, you will get them. Ask and you shall receive. Once you start getting answers to things, the puzzle pieces are going to start coming in to fit in a perfect puzzle for you. What your life has been. The hidden agendas in your own lives that have been going on. Everything will be revealed to you slowly. This journey has not been a fast movement at all. And people that have been on this journey for quite a long time already know this. We've had to learn patience. We've had to learn a lot of strength through all this information that we're learning and it's coming at us from every direction. It's almost like it gets regurgitated over and over again. We're reminded constantly of things that we already know, right? But it's to help put information out there for others. It's there to help you understand and realize what's happening, how to work through it, what to expect, to understand in every way that it is part of the journey, and you just have to know this. It's not easy, and your emotions are going to be all over the place. You're going to have to feel through everything that's coming at you, through everything you're learning that's been a lie, everything and everyone that has manipulated you in who knows what way. You're going to have to feel through it all, because you have to see it and feel through it and forgive it. It's all part of the puzzle. And when I say forgiveness, guys, I understand. I totally understand about how hard it is to forgive others that have done so many dirty things to you. Let me tell you. I totally get it. But forgiveness does not mean that you ever have to be in their lives again. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is letting what they did to you go, to release it off of you so that you can heal and not hold on to that anger and heartache, so that it doesn't take over your being, your vessel, your temple. You can forgive others, and it takes a while to do this, guys. It doesn't happen overnight. But the more you awaken in this journey, the more compassion you will find, the more forgiveness that you will give others. Forgive them, for they know not what they do, because a lot of them are being controlled. If they are low frequency, They can be manipulated and controlled. They might have entity attachments. They might have a lot of darkness on them. A lot of things that they've done in their lives. Because the more darkness that you have on you, the more it controls you. And the further away you are from God, from Spirit, the Holy Spirit. It's why I talk about healing all the time, because the more you heal your heart and get that darkness away from your body, you push it out of you, the more light is activated within you to help you see through the veil. But a lot of people don't want to do the work. They don't want the work. They want the benefits of others' work, of others' healing, because we are at a different frequency. But they don't want to do the work. And that's their choice. It's their choice. It's their free will. But the more healing that you do on your demons, on the darkness that you carry, the higher you go with ascension. And the more information you're going to be sent by God. Because when that darkness leaves, when you forgive, so hard, guys. I still do this. But when you forgive, you let go of that darkness on you, which creates more light to come in, to go higher in this journey. Learn and understand about cutting cords with people, with souls. Because there are soul contracts. That's a whole other video. But you can learn and understand about this. But forgiveness is a journey on its own. And it's a slow process. And it's not, you can, well, let's just put it this way. You don't have to be in someone's presence to forgive them. The forgiveness is for you. They have their own healing to do, which is not your problem. But you can do your own healing on your own, in private, and never see them again. The forgiveness is for you, to get that darkness off of you so that it doesn't control you and keep you angry and depressed and anxious and all those low vibrational energies. But the more you forgive, the higher you go. And the more information you will be sent to help your puzzle come together. All of these things are part of the journey. And believe you me, guys, there are people that are sent into your lives to test you, to help you learn lessons, because everything's a mirror. Everything is sent to you in your experience to be a mirror of what you have not healed yet within yourself. So pay attention. Everything is testing you. Everything is there to show you what you need to heal, to see if you're going to pass a test, to help you gain strength through the journey, to help you gain patience. Look around and evaluate your life. Who's in it? what's going on, what are they doing, what are they saying, all of their behaviors. Guys, I had a dog that I learned so much patience from, and I didn't understand why I had to go through what I went through with her. But now I know. Now I know. Even though I know there were things going on that I didn't know at the time. But I look at it from a different perspective. I look at it as she was sent into my life to help me learn patience. And someone else was also sent into my life to learn patience, but I really had to learn patience with her, with my dog. She would constantly jump the fence. I had to go chase her for sometimes hours. You know, I had neighbors coming to my door with her. You know, people were getting frustrated with me because of her. I mean, I really had to learn patience. But even though that was really hard in my life for quite a long time, it helped me understand and learn patience. And so I look at things from a dual perspective. Things are a challenge in one way, but in another way, it helps you with so many different things. Helps you learn strength on your journey. And it humbles you in a way. But again, there's so many parts to your story and my story. So many different working parts, but for the bigger whole, for the whole, for everyone. We all have different puzzle pieces, but you have to figure out what those pieces are, and you have to evaluate everything in your life and how that piece comes together just for you and what you need to learn from it. So this is my message today. My messy hair and my wake up face. Went out for sunrise today. Oh my gosh, beautiful sunrise. The sun split into 3, guys, with the clouds. It was gorgeous. And I'll add a few pictures that I took today. I also saw a fawn with its mama. So I'll post some pictures, and I know I haven't been posting a lot lately, guys, but I go through my own challenges, and I have not been as motivated as I have been. You know, I go through my own challenges, and I'm not going to go through mentioning about things right now, with certain things that I'm dealing with, but there's a bug. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. So evaluate everything in your life and find the puzzle pieces that are going to come together just for you in this great awakening journey. Okay, love you all. Peace, love, and light. Bye. Have a great day.